Have gay scousers been cancelled?
Is that they told their funder to F off.
So what sort of online program are you running, Baddy?
But everywhere you see the LGBT or LGBTQ hands, knees, and bumps and daisy, it's got nothing to do with gays and lesbians.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Nick Talks. This episode's amazing guest and returning guest is Barry Wall. Barry, I've got a question straight away for you. Have gay scousers been cancelled? Because I saw a post yesterday online saying Liverpool Pride has been cancelled. Can you be gay now in Liverpool, or are they kicking them all out?
It's the most extraordinary situation, and I've never seen anything quite like it. You may well have seen in the past couple of weeks, there was an incident at, of all places, Stroud Pride. Now, Stroud Pride is a very tiny... Stroud's not a big place, right? And so they actually put out on their poster for Pride, we will not have any LGB views.
I saw that.
Did you see it? Right? So I think the most important thing to get straight is this has got nothing to do with gays and lesbians. Now, people struggle with this, Nick. You know it as well as I do, right? But everywhere you see the LGBT or LGBTQ hands, knees, and bumps and daisy, it's got nothing to do with gays and lesbians. Now, the sooner that people understand that fact, the better, because gay people just want to, get on with their lives. And we used to try.
It's a little bit like gay used to mean happy. Doesn't mean happy anymore now. Now it means homosexual. LGBT used to mean being gay, lesbian, bisexual. It doesn't mean that anymore. Things have moved on. Words and phrases have been adopted, readopted, meanings changed. So the general public might think LGBT is meaning gay, but as a gay man, you're saying no, it doesn't anymore.
It's not. It's an insane collective made up of various lunatics, and because they've got the LGBT, it means that men can be women and women can be men. In which case, lesbians and gays don't exist. So the whole thing is simply this hard neoliberal, mostly leftist thinking group. I mean, not the traditional left that you and I would know, but the insane collectivist left. And if you're not part of their cabal, you're out. Right? So, we'll have none of that. Get him out. He's gay. Get him out. So it's got nothing. That's the first thing. It's got nothing to do with gays and lesbians, and everything to do with this insane TQ plus that they've added on to the end of it. So it really has, as you have said, and I think that's a very wise way to look at it. It's the change of words. It's like hello. Hello used to be an exclamation of surprise before the invention of the phone. Did you know that? People will go, oh, hello. It was a bit camp, obviously. Wello. So you're right. But of course, it's not happened organically. This is a parasitical movement. So it's not happened organically. They've attached themselves to it like they've attached themselves to everything else. But it's extraordinary how there appears to be some kind of implosion going on, which Schadenfreude, I'm thoroughly enjoying.
You can't put 30 lunatics in a room and not expect civil war.
Absolutely. I mean, because that's exactly what's going on. And it's happened with, you said, can you be gay in Liverpool? Of course you can. But the gay men and women in Liverpool are going, what the hell is going on? Who are these people? Because they've got nothing to do with them anymore. So there's a couple of things that happened. And the first one that started this all off, really, was a problem with their funder. And their funder is Barclays Bank. Now, you'll be familiar with Barclays as a company, right? Okay. And it's quite extraordinary. But what they did, and I've got it here so I can read it to you, is that they told their funder to F off.
Now, I've dealt with lots of funders running charities, running businesses. I don't think I'd say that.
Well, it's utterly, I mean, it's self-destructive. Not, it just shows you how mental they are. It's LCR Pride Foundation, which is the name of the organization that ostensibly runs this fetish weekend. The organisation behind Pride in Liverpool and the city's annual march with Pride has regretfully announced that the 2025 event, due to take place on Saturday the 26th of July, will not go ahead. They've released a statement saying it is with great sadness that we announce the cancellation of this year's Pride in Liverpool and March with Pride. In recent months, the charity have faced significant financial and organisational challenges. Do you think? I believe the amount of money that they were giving them was 50k. Right. And they so the internal activists that they've encouraged in turned around and said, Barclays, no, because Barclays won't let men in women's toilets. Now, Barclays Bank is like massive. And the Supreme Court recently said, male, female. You know this as well as I do. And Barclays have gone, right, okay, we as Barclays have a fiduciary responsibility to ensure that we minimize loss. And to do so, we are going to obey the law.
Yeah. Wild and crazy opinion there.
Yeah. Boy, that's just mad, isn't it? Liverpool Pride, hold my beer. Right. We're not having that. We're kicking you out. We're kicking you out because you won't let men in women's toilets, which is what they got rid of them for, alongside apparently you're funding global warming in Palestine. I don't know. It's just the usual group of crazies, right? So who got rid of them. Now, I, as you imagine, thoroughly enjoyed this because I like to win and then I like to gloat. All right, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. But we've had a little bit of a sort of a peak of a possibility of a rainbow pride again, in that the council's opened its gob. Liverpool Council have chipped in, and there's a guy called Councillor Harry Doyle, who is Liverpool City Council's cabinet member. Get this, for health, well-being, and culture. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I mean, I rang them up and said to them, I think you've got too many councillors, and they put me through to the councillor for steak and kidney pudding. So, I mean, absolutely bloody deranged, right? And he said, it's hugely disappointing that LCR Pride Foundation are having to cancel Pride in Liverpool and March with Pride, especially given the success of last year's event and how important it has become for our LGBTQ+ hands, knees, and bumps a daisy community, right? Its absence this year will be keenly felt, particularly given the ever-growing need to support our community and promote unity. It's like some communist mantra. I know it's a decision that Pride Foundation has tried valiantly to avoid. No, they haven't. They actually caused it by giving Barclays the finger. However, given the difficult circumstances they find themselves in, entirely of their own making, by the way, entirely of their own making, it's also understandable. And from a long-term point of view, it's the right decision for them. What? To tell their biggest funder to go away? It's absolutely...
It's the right decision for them not to exist anymore.
Not to...
Yeah. I think you find that's the right decision for me, because I'm sick of all the rainbow crap.
Yep. It's just, the council has had discussions with the foundation over the last few weeks, and we will continue to assist them to ensure our community can once again march with pride in 2026. I hope he doesn't mean that Liverpool Council are going to bail him out. That's what I hope it doesn't mean.
It may come to that, and there'll be a backlash for Liverpool Council if they do, because services are being cut all the time across the country, in the big city, especially Liverpool, and you're doing without your services, but you're watching narcissists and idiots marching down the street being funded by the council and your council tax. I mean, no, that shouldn't be. I mean, if they can get more funders, I don't want to stop people having demonstrations or events, or even if I disagree with them, they should be able to have them. I don't want to pay for them.
No, precisely. I mean, and I think any corporate in their right mind currently has got to be saying, this is child harm. This is child harm. This is harming women. This is harming gay people. It's harming lesbians. This is the LGBTQ cult in action. Any corporate's got to be going, hang on.
Yeah. Did you see a graphic about a week ago at the beginning of Pride Month? Why there's a month, I don't know. But it said 2024 showed lots of corporate logos. I'm making these up now. BMW, blah, 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 blah. And they're all rainbows in the logo. Then they've shown this year's logos on social media. Not a rainbow in sight.
I saw it.
The corporates now are going, cynically, they're going, there's nothing in this for us anymore now, because the amount of people we impress by sponsoring and doing this, we're losing more people because of it. And businesses are just businesses. It's their bottom line. They don't have to believe in something to fund it. They just want more customers. And they begin to realize now we're losing customer, we're losing reputation over this. And they're all dropping Pride. Also, Prides across the country is saying things like, not only are they saying we don't want gay lesbian people here, which blows my mind, they're also saying things like, we don't want the police here. We don't want political parties here. We don't want... And it's like, well, you're reducing the list so much. There's going to be 15 of you marching.
I mean, it's quite extraordinary. I think the other thing that's worth mentioning is don't confuse the rainbow flag with the progress flag. right? Because the rainbow flag was always about all of us. That's what it was about. I mean, that's the whole point of it. It's a rainbow. But the progress flag with the chevron, that's the disgusting one. That's the one that represents the cult, so to speak. But you're right. The market reacts. Now, the big problem is going to be for us moving forward as individuals that want to end this boondoggle, as I call it, lovely American term there for a money-making scam, is the public sector. I mean, the public sector and the charity sector, to a certain degree, are up to their eyeballs in this. Absolutely up to their eyeballs. But I'm nevertheless going to take this as a small win, Nick, in the fight against the lunacy of the LGBTQ hands, knees, and bumps a daisy crowd.
Yeah. But I may have some bad news for you here.
Oh, go on. No.
You may take it as a small win today, but come Manchester Pride, you're going to have all the lunatics from Liverpool coming over to Manchester, where you live, and you live on the borders of the gay village. You're going to have even more lunatics in your neighborhood come August this year. So enjoy it while you can.
I'm afraid I'm going to counter your bad news by telling you that my intel after years tells me that those lunatics have always come to Manchester.
Yes, of course they have. Of course they have.
But nevertheless, there are questions being asked now, and it's the corporates that need to step up. I'm particularly interested in Stonegate, which is the pub, because they're up to their eyeballs in it on Canal Street, and they won't ring me back. Every time I get through to them, it's like, I'll get somebody to ring you back, and they never ring me back. They don't want to talk about it. But sooner or later, people are going to recognize that flying that progress flag and pushing the TQ plus is in terms of being a business, is actually against your fiduciary duty, that duty to make money for your business. And I think that's why the market will respond quicker. And we're going to have to really, we're going to have to dig this out of the public sector and the charity sector. But
yeah, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to take another decade for the charity sector, the public sector, because they get given their money. They don't have to earn their money, so they get given it. So there's no incentives there for them.
Oh, I do have a bit of good news if you want.
Go on.
Bit of random good news. We've one of the warrior teachers has had tremendous sex. Has had
what sort of online program are you running, buddy?
I've had tremendous success in the removal of this nonsense from various schools. I'm hoping to be able to report more of that as time goes on. They're still working on the project, and I'm looking forward to talking to them about it when I see them. And I'm actually meeting with one of the warrior teachers from Ireland I've never met before this morning. So I'm going to have coffee with them. The wonderful conference in Ireland by the young people was just extraordinary. I mean, these are people in their early 20s, Nick. They're standing up and saying, enough. This is what we need. Gays and lesbians going, get this bunch of nutters away from me. It's the only way forward, I say.
Yep. Change is coming. I can see it everywhere, in every field now. Everywhere I look, I can see change. Some places it's tiny, but at least change is there.
At least we see.
A couple of years ago, there was no change anywhere. Babbitt, thanks for popping on and giving an update that you're still allowed to be gay in Liverpool. There's many Scousers who'll be happy about that. Thank you.
I'm sure that they will.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Nick.